coming to you from an unknown location, at the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, bringing you the unknown. Welcome to another spine-tingling episode of Paranormal 411. Your hosts are David Reagan and Jason Scott, and together, they dive headfirst into the mysteries that lurk just beyond our understanding, featuring notable experts ready to share their insights into the world of the strange and unknown. So pull up a chair, pour a cup of something warm, and prepare to be enthralled. Here at Paranormal 411, we're not just a radio show, we're a community of truth seekers, adventurers of the mind, exploring the boundaries of the known and unknown. We invite you to join us, to share your thoughts, your experiences, your questions. Whether you've had your own encounter with the supernatural or you're simply intrigued by the inexplicable, we want to hear from you. So, don't be shy. Drop a comment and let's unravel the mysteries of the universe together. Buckle up as we journey beyond the veil of the ordinary, into the heart of the extraordinary. This is Paranormal 411, where the inexplicable meets reality and imagination takes flight. Stay tuned and remember, in the world of the paranormal, nothing is as it seems.
All right, welcome to Paranormal 411.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
Is there not a better place to be on Saturday night
Not
Right.
a better.
than right here? Hey, everybody.
What's up, Jackpot 44?
What's up, everybody?
Michelle.
What's up, guys?
Raja.
Raja. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? So, we got a good show tonight.
Yes, we do.
And tonight, hey, Joseph, we're going to do kind of both sides of it. We're not going to just say one. We're going to do both sides. We're going to say the why people believe it was the moon landing was faked. And then we're going to give the other side of the story too. That way it lets, you, the watcher, get to decide for yourself which you actually believe. I know what I believe, but we won't make that
Go ahead.
distinction
Go
tonight.
ahead.
Well, no, I think you're right. I think it needs to be their decision, right? We shouldn't influence that by any means.
It's the Lunar Legacy Factor Fiction.
Fiction.
Yeah, how you like that?
I like it.
You like it?
I do. That's good.
See, man, David's already sitting on the moon.
Look at this. And look, I don't have a helmet on. I can still breathe. There's a pub on the other side of the moon, just letting you know. It's on the dark side because it's cooler over there. You don't need ice.
Nope.
Even though they found the spherules of water on the moon. So look at that. We've got 7 people. Hey, I wish all 7 of y'all, if y'all would say hi to us, that would be awesome. Yeah, that'd make us feel good, wouldn't it, Jason?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know some of y'all already have. Oh, 8. If all 8 of you would, man, just keep on coming in here. Remember, we are live on Spreaker, Podbean, X, and paranormal411.org. We're on Facebook and YouTube. We do have a book,
We do.
but this one's about to be gone. It's about to go bye-bye. And we've got a new book that's about to come out. And you're going to be hearing a lot more about this because probably within the next couple months. You think, Jason, maybe?
I hope in the next month.
Yeah. We're going to do a pre-sale on the next book and everything. So we are hopefully going to, hey, Jackpot 44. If everybody could say hi to us, we'd love it. But yeah, so the new book. Whoa. Someone's trying to call me.
Somebody trying to call.
Yeah, someone from Georgia.
Hmm.
Hello. Georgia's trying to call. Georgia. I must have had Georgia on my mind. But no, in the next couple of months, you're going to hear, or in the next few weeks, you should hear more and more about it. We are in the process right now of going through it, and we have some people that are probably listening right now that are helping us with that project. going through it, make sure everything's good. It looks good and everything. But I think that this book, everybody's going to love it. What do you think, Jason?
Yeah.
Cover's beautiful. Jason had a beautiful cover made for the book and everything. So definitely be on the lookout, because we will be mentioning this a lot more here real soon, won't we, Jason?
Yeah.
And the old book, the one Jason just showed, will be gone. We're going to discontinue that book. But if you are looking to find us, you can do that at Paranormal 411. You go to paranormal411.org. You could also go to Paranormal 411 on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Well, X. You know what I haven't put on here, though? Those other two that you know that I don't know, or the other three. Haven't put them on here yet. Tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, WDJY FM. If you're in the Metro Atlanta area, you go to WDJY FM. That's 99.1 FM and the Metro Atlanta area. If you're not in the Metro Atlanta area, guess what? WDJYFM.com. And you could listen to it. Or you go to paranormal411.org. There's a little link there. Click on it, and you can listen to us too. That's every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are also on Subspace Radio and all of your podcast platforms.
Oh, yeah.
Join us.
Join us.
We're also on two other ones, though. What was it?
Two other ones.
Yeah, you just put us on two more that we weren't on before.
Pandora.
Pandora.
Sirius XM.
That's it. Sirius XM Radio. So now join us.
So we're going to be talking about the moon landings. Fact or fake?
Yes.
What do you think?
I have a problem with, I don't know. I want to say that I could be in either camp. I might fall a little bit harder on one side than the other, but I could be in either camp.
Well, there's a lot of them think it's hoaxed.
There's part of me that wonders why we could go then, and now they're saying we're having a problem getting through the Van Allen radiation belt.
Mm-hmm.
They can't figure it out now, but we figured it out back when we had, the computing power of a calculator.
Yep. And they also said that, when they supposedly when astronauts supposedly went to the moon, that it was very minimal radiation that the astronauts encountered.
Yeah. So
I don't understand that either.
Right. Yeah. How can it change?
Maybe it's.
We need That's what I have a problem with right there. So do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
Go ahead. Let's hear the against.
I'll tell you one right now. The studio soundstage hypothesis.
Ooh.
Right.
Okay.
So there's a huge soundstage. Matter of fact, for whatever reason, NASA has the largest soundstage in the world. The largest. They've got the biggest building. I think it covers like 20 acres or something like that. It's huge, but it is the biggest soundstage ever built.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why would you build it? Why would you build a soundstage if you're NASA? Why have the studio? Literally, it is a fully enclosed, like 20 or 30 acre studio.
Oh no.
This is one thing that I have a problem with, right? It's like, okay, so we've got a studio, or they've got a studio, and why? Why did they build a studio? Why would NASA build a studio?
Maybe they wanted to make movies.
Right. Like going to the moon movies?
Nah, I ain't gonna say that.
Because as far as I know, nothing has ever been filmed there.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that is one of the ones to me that's like, why would you build the largest sound studio in the world? Fully enclosed.
When did they build it?
Oh, they built it way before the first man ever went to the moon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's one. Check.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just wondering,
What are they saying? They filmed it in the studio?
Yes, that this was completely staged and in the studio. Hold on a second. I've got to turn some sound off on my computer so we don't keep hearing that kind of crap. Wait, right there. Look at that. But so one of the main things that you see is that there's no stars in the sky when it's shot. That's another one that's going to be on here.
Mm-hmm.
That's a separate evidence, but that's another thing, right? And they're saying it's because it's in the sound studio. And they didn't want to put stars in the sky because someone may have noticed that it wasn't quite right. The right stars in the right place.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the reasons that they didn't do it. And so that's another soundstage studio reasoning for it all. I know there's some people who have said, and I can't say that I have gone through and done this, but there are some people that have said that they've gone through a lot of the photos, and that on some of the photos, the rocks themselves, some of them you'll see A, B on the rocks, like they were set up like A goes on A rock and B goes on B, and that they didn't remove all that stuff.
Yeah. So as far as the stars go, though, their explanation.
Jackpot 44 says the studio was built 8 years before the landing.
Oh. That's a long time before.
Yes, sir.
So as far as the stars go, they say that what they have that backs this up is that all the missions were in the daylight and in the sun. That's why you can't see the stars. That's what NASA said.
Yeah. The problem I have with that, if I'm not mistaken,
The starlights is too dim for the photos to show it.
yeah. Well, I mean, maybe, but I could still see the moon in the daylight sometimes.
Jeff Reagan's in the chat room.
What's up, Jeff? We're all live.
Yeah, I can see the moon. I've seen the moon all last week.
I do believe that, Jeff, that it was for weapons development. And that's what we're worried about with China going to the moon now. Is that they're going to start trying to put bases and weapons and stuff like that on the moon too. Yeah.
So
now, on the other side of this moon thing, so we're going to try to tell both sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is that A Clockwork Orange and Stanley Kubrick and a lot of other stuff was going on at that time, right? The original Clockwork Orange and stuff. And they're saying that faking 6 moon landings would require an intricate web of deception. So they're saying that this is the whole argument of, oh, we can't keep a secret. But they kept Area 51 a secret for a long time. They kept Stealth technology for a long time. You can't tell me they can't keep a secret.
You either keep it or die.
Right. or get you and your family threatened to die, right?
Yeah. I mean,
we are definitely going to get to that one too. Yeah, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Exactly.
that was a special flag. They made that special for this moon.
That's something
landing.
that's definitely something that's on here that's got both sides.
Okay.
We've got both sides. But yes, that is one, Joseph, also. So I'll let you go next.
Jason. Oh, what do you want me to go against or for?
We can do both sides. We could each do both sides if you want to.
So the moon rock. Let's do the moon rock.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I like the moon rock one.
So they say there's an oddity in a photo of a moon rock that has the letter C on it. This is from they think it's a movie prop, and it very well may have been.
Yeah, C rock goes here, and they forgot to remove it.
And on the other side of the fence,
but see, that goes right back to what we was just talking about, the soundstage.
Yes,
that was built way before. We've got proof of the soundstage. You can look up photos of the soundstage. It still exists today.
So on the other side of the fence, they say that the original photos never showed that. And I've seen photos of that with a rock with the C on it. I don't know if it was from the, supposed to be the moon rock or what, but I've seen the rocks with the letters on them.
Yeah.
And pictures.
Yeah. Yeah. And these supposedly, again, I have not looked these up myself, so I can't say, but supposedly these are NASA photos that they're seeing these on. Now, whether they still exist today or not, that's a different story, right? We get into this whole thing like when we had Constance Victoria Briggs on. And we get into these things like we was talking about with her, where they lie so much that you don't know whether to believe them or not to believe them. And it's like, she didn't even know. Of course, she's done more stuff with the moon and stuff than she has with Mars. But she was pretty taken back even when I was talking to her about the fact that they put the red filters on for years and years and years, and they've finally taken the red filters off, and you could actually see blue skies and stuff like that. And the rocks aren't all orange and everything.
So Mars ain't really red.
It does have a lot of iron in it, so there is red to it, but there's also other variations of other colors too. And the skies are not red also. It's actually got a blue sky.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that's where I have a problem with some of these other things, is because they've just recently, I think it was within the last, 10 or 15 years or so, decided that they're going to stop doing the whole filter thing because they got caught red-handed.
Yep. So there's another.
Yes, Roger. Mars is red. It does have red in it, but yeah, if you go look at a lot of the newer pictures, they're actually not red filtering them anymore, and you can see a blue sky. You can see different colors and stuff like that in there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Hey, Big Chief, how you doing?
Big Chief and DJ Galactic.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Over in Podbean Galactica.
Love it. But no, I mean, so we have proof already of them fudging things for us.
Yeah. I think there was a lot more to it. If they did go to the moon, it was for something, that they've not told us.
Well, we kind of got into that with Constance Victoria Briggs too. That was a great show, everybody. If you haven't heard it, that was a great show.
Yeah, she knows her stuff about the moon.
Yes. We're definitely going to have her back on again sometime. But this is one of those shows, we didn't go over none of this stuff with her because she was here for, for her reasons and stuff like that. And we usually don't try to rock the boat with our guests. We just go with whatever it is that they've got to say. And that's what we talk about. And usually their books and stuff like that. But, on the other side of this, we thought tonight would be a great night to tell both sides of the story, because we all know that our government has lied to us.
You like that button.
Many times have they lied to us, right? And so
this show is not political.
It is not. We do not do that.
I know Jeff Reagan wants it to be, but
Jeff have to come on again sometime.
Yeah.
Let's see. What does Joseph say? If Neil Armstrong was the first man to set foot on the moon, who set up the camera and took the shot? I've heard people say, and it stops. I don't know. I know that, like, when Constance was on, we talked about a bunch of things, like the fact that there was stuff on the other side of it where, they said, "Oh my gosh, look, they're here. They're watching us."
That's in the transmissions,
yeah, and stuff like that. So, on the other side of it, they're saying that, there's very possibly UFOs and stuff there while we were there. I don't know. It's amazing to me. What's amazing to me is that right now, if you go watch anything that's been said about this whole topic, because we're trying to, quote unquote, put people back on the moon again. You should try to invite Neil deGrasse. We should, shouldn't we? We should, because what's funny about him is the fact that he is, hey, Constance, how you doing?
Is she in here?
Yeah, right here. Look, she's watching, and we're sitting here talking about her.
That's funny.
I love it. I love it.
I hope we do you justice on what you've taught us about the moon.
Well, we're gonna have to have her back on again.
Oh yeah,
that's a fact. Tonight's kind of trying to just do both sides of the story, not just one. But again, like I said, if you out there have not listened to the show where we had Constance on, you definitely need to watch that show, because that show was fantastic. And we've got to have her back on again, because we promised to talk about some other stuff too. So we had a great show that night, I think. And but what was we talking about, Jason? You was just talking about we
just got done with the moon rock with the C on it.
Oh, the moon rock with the C on it. Yes.
Yeah.
So, and what they say the reasoning behind it was that it really never happened.
Yeah, the pictures never really surfaced. It was just a rumor.
Okay. She said she stumbled across us. Well, we're glad you did, Constance. And it may be right, because there is, all kinds of great software out there that you can go in and edit video and stuff like that. So, you can almost make anything up that you want to. And that today is what makes, say, UFOs, people videoing UFOs and all kinds of other stuff. That's what makes that stuff hard to prove or not prove.
Yeah.
Is because of the fact that you can do all these kind of things. So I guess I can understand that too. We kind of talked about the stars, didn't we?
Yes.
Now we'll talk a little bit about the suspicious flapping flag.
Oh.
The flag. Didn't someone say that a minute ago about
Yeah.
the flag? So it says that, you know, it appears to flutter in the breeze.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, the moon has no atmosphere and everything like that on it. And that's one of the reasons that we didn't go to the moon. What do you think?
There's got to be some kind of solar wind there.
Maybe.
And
yeah.
You know,
hey, Eddie.
It was claimed that NASA made special flags too.
It is, and that's another thing, right? Is that it's not the run-of-the-mill cotton flag. That the NASA engineers designed the flag with a horizontal rod to keep it upright and no wind required to keep it up.
Yep.
So that's another thing. It says that the flag's fabric got crumpled a little bit during the deployment. And so there's no wind required because it was pretty much a stick. And then inside the flag, it had a stick that kept it straight up and straight out. I could see it. I mean, if you got the technology to land man on the moon, then you got technology to keep a flag going like this, right? I got it. I could understand it for sure. I can see both sides of that, 100%. But did we go to the moon? I want to say this a lot because I don't know. You know, like I said at the beginning, I'm right. Like if this is the line, I'm right on the line. Because look, we were in a huge space race at the time, and we talked about this with Constance also, right? We were in this huge space race at the time, and you know, Russia was way ahead of us. They'd put the first man in space before we ever did. We hadn't even got, you know, the craft up that high yet. They were, if I'm not mistaken, they even beat us to the moon. They got the first craft on the moon before we did. And somehow, because the president went up and spoke in front of everybody, we got our tail in gear and got there before the Russians did.
Because we're Americans.
It's because the aliens did it.
You know, that's another good thing. The aliens, I think. I heard a story about when Neil Armstrong and they stepped on the moon, they did some sort of kind of ritual. I don't know if it was like from the Freemasons or the Masonic Lodge.
I think so. Yeah.
But
that's what I heard.
They said they'd done some kind of ritual for these aliens that was present there. You just don't know what to believe.
No. I do not. Like I said, you know, I think if we hadn't caught our government in so many lies,
yeah,
and they didn't have the largest sound studio in the world on that NASA owns, to me, that's just weird. It's weird. Why would NASA own a sound studio?
I don't know. Some more evidence for the moon landing is that there was a lot of third party verifications, like other countries like the Soviet Union and Japan, China, India. They have photographic evidence from their
space programs.
Yeah, from their lunar reconnaissance orbiter, and they've captured pictures of the landing sites and everything. So
that's amazing.
I wonder if the flag's still there.
Supposedly it is, but the sun and all that stuff is supposedly bleached it white.
Yeah.
From what I've heard.
And they have several photographs.
Well, I know
of the
that
landing site.
I know that some, and it may be all, but I know some places have these laser things that they could bounce off some of the equipment that was left there or something like that. And prove that the equipment's still there. So I don't know. But if we can land things there, they could just be bouncing it off that too. Because we've been able to definitely land things there for 100% sure.
Yep. So what you got now?
Isn't it your turn?
No, I just went.
No, I don't think you did. You went for, not against. But I think there's another claim too, though, is that their suits were completely unscathed. That they had no moon dust and all that stuff. There's also photos of, the footprints where they have like the wavy lines and stuff in them and all that stuff. But they actually have the bottoms of the suits, and there's no
wavy
lines or nothing in them. They're all flat. Yeah.
Also, a lot of these pictures they've, seen and have looked at have crosshairs in them, but the crosshairs are behind the object that they're shooting.
So it's really bad Photoshop.
Yes. Crazy.
Facebook user. Isn't the buggy still there? Yeah, supposedly the buggy is still there. Absolutely. That's one of the objects that they supposedly could bounce.
Yeah.
The lasers and stuff off of. What's the did you have the reason why they say that the hairs are there?
Somebody painted them on the pictures or something.
So somebody that wanted to go against it painted them on.
Yeah.
They could test that and see.
Yeah, they know.
That's something that could be tested.
What about that the deathbed confession of the guy that said he faked it? Stanley.
Was it Stanley Kubrick?
Yep. Sure was.
Now see, I did not know that. Really?
Stanley Kubrick
confesses to fake moon landing
on his deathbed.
Now that, I have to say, is awesome. I think, why don't we go take a quick break?
Okay.
And when we come back from this quick break, we're going to dive into some Stanley Kubrick.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for liking the show, sharing the show.
All right. Remember, we're live on Podbean, Spreaker.
Chief Cloud says that he thinks that some of the rocks that they got were petrified wood.
May have been.
Everybody stay with us. We're going to take a quick break. Remember, we are on, like Jason was just saying, Spreaker, Podbean, live, paranormal411.org. We're also on Facebook and YouTube. Live. Everybody could see us. What's up, everybody? And X, yes. And we'll be back right after this quick break.
All right.
What if the world we know is merely a fraction of reality? What if there are forces, entities, and phenomena that exist just beyond our comprehension in the shadows of the unknown? Welcome to Paranormal 411, your gateway to the unexplained and the downright chilling. Imagine, if you will, a quiet, sleepy town tucked away from the hustle and bustle of the city. The locals tell tales of a house atop a hill where strange lights flicker and eerie sounds echo in the dead of night. Some say it's haunted, others claim it's a portal to another realm. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain, those who venture there are never quite the same. Or picture this, a clear, starry night in the heart of the desert. Suddenly a blinding flash cuts across the sky, a craft of unknown origin moving at impossible speeds. It hovers, then vanishes, leaving only questions and a sense of awe. Could it be visitors from another world or perhaps a secret government project? These stories, these encounters with the unknown are what we love here at Paranormal 411. Our mission? To explore the unexplored, to question the unquestioned, and to shine a light into the darkest corners of the paranormal. We've journeyed through haunted houses and UFO sightings and into the mysteries of cryptids and psychic phenomena and pondered the existence of other dimensions. And yet, there is so much more to discover. Paranormal 411 is your guide to the unexplained and the extraordinary. Here we talk about the mysteries that lurk in the shadows of our world, from haunted houses and UFO sightings to cryptids and psychic phenomena. We love to question, to explore, and to understand the unknown. There's a world of mystery out there just waiting to be discovered. So why not join us on this journey into the unknown? Subscribe to our YouTube channel and become a part of the Paranormal 411 community. Together, we can uncover the secrets that the universe holds. Welcome to Paranormal 411. Your journey into the unknown starts here. Join us.
In the heart of Madisonville, Tennessee, lies a pizzeria like no other. Step through the door of Legends and Lore Pizzeria and be transported to a realm where paranormal and cryptid encounters, along with mouth-watering pizza, go hand in hand. Meet Eddie and his crew, who serve up slices of the supernatural along with the best pies in town. With the walls adorned with eerie artifacts, indulge in piping hot slices that melt in your mouth and tease your taste buds. And it's not just the locals who love the incredible pizza. Legends and Lore has been selected as the best pizza joint in all of Monroe County. As lovers of everything pizza and the paranormal, the owners have mastered the art of crafting unforgettable combinations that will leave you wanting more. To stay connected with this mystical eatery, follow Legends and Lore Pizzeria on Facebook, where tales of their latest creations and upcoming specials will be shared. Make sure to browse their custom menu, featuring legendary pizzas like the Chupacabra Ranch and the Exorcist. So, whether you have an appetite for the supernatural or simply seek the best pizza in town, Legends and Lore is the place to be. Come for the unforgettable flavors, stay for the captivating stories, and find yourself in a world where legends and pizza collide.
Get ready to rock with the electrifying sound of Catalyst, a band that's sure to leave you wanting more. With their powerful lyrics and killer riffs, Catalyst is a great sound in the world of rock music. You can listen and find Catalyst on Bandcamp, or go to the link at paranormal411.org and click on their banner.
Children.
children at play. Don't tell them what they want. Swear to brother, finally beats the road.
Right.
All right, we are back.
We're back.
And we're a little fuzzy.
Hey, I like being fuzzy. Hey, we're fuzzy.
Our gimbals are off.
We're gimbaling. It's because we're on the moon. That's why. It's too much cosmic radiation.
Yeah.
We're gimbaling. Oh, you had it. Oh, there it is. Oh, wait, I'm fuzzy. Oh, he's getting it, everybody. Oh, right there.
That's
Stop.
good.
Yeah, he just fuzzed out the cosmic radiation on us. You see that? We just went through the Van Allen radiation belt.
Ooh.
So we're back. Again, we're talking about, did we go to the moon? What do you think, Jason?
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I think we did.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you really?
I do.
Because there's I don't know. I think that there's a lot of reasons we may not have.
I think something up there told us we better not come back.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to talk about the Stanley Kubrick.
Yes, because
deathbed confession.
Yeah, because this one has both sides to it.
Yeah.
So you want to start it off?
I can.
Yeah, do it.
So a website called yournewswire.com published a video on December 10th, 2015, reportedly showing an acclaimed director, Stanley Kubrick, who, you know, he did films like Dr. Strangelove, A Space Odyssey, A Clockwork Orange, which you mentioned earlier.
Yep.
And he confessed to having helped NASA fake the Apollo program and the moon landings.
Yes.
So filmmaker T. Patrick Murray interviewed Kubrick 3 days before his death in March 1999. I guess he filmed it too. He was forced to sign an 88-page NDA to keep the contents of the interview a secret for 15 years. That sounds pretty.
I'd like to see the NDA. That's what I'd like to see. Oh, here's a transcript.
Yeah, we got a transcript of what he told him. So Kubrick said he perpetrated a huge fraud on the American public, which I am now about to detail, involving the United States government and NASA, that the moon landings were faked, that the moon landings all were faked, and that I was the person who filmed it. So what do you think? What do you got?
Well, I know that on that whole side of it, right? And this whole transcript goes quite a ways. Where did you find the transcript? What website was that on?
Snopes.
Snopes.com.
Snopes, yeah.
Okay. So this is one side of the story that he did do this. But on the other side of the story, well, I'll tell the opposite side this time. So then I don't look like I'm just, one way or not the other. The interview of the film where he is actually shooting Stanley Kubrick, they've actually got parts of it where they call the guy by a different name. In the film part of it and stuff, when you look at the outtakes of it, you hear him say, "Okay, Tom, say that again," or "Okay, Tom, do that again in this way."
Right.
or whatever else. So he keeps calling the guy Tom.
Yeah, I've got the video.
Oh, can we play it?
I might.
Well, if we do though, then people on Podbean can't hear it.
Podbean can't hear it.
Yeah. See, that sucks. Wish everybody on Podbean could come over to our YouTube.
Yeah. Hey, we got
Turn them
somebody in the
411.
chat room over here on Spreaker.
Do we?
Oh,
Hey, Elizabeth came onto Spreaker. What's up? Look at that. That's cool.
that is.
But no, I mean, so from that perspective, if you look at the outtakes and all that other stuff, it looks like this was a hoax film. And they had an actor pretending to be Kubrick saying that he filmed, the moon landings. I think the only way that you could ever say one way or the other is, where's the NDA? And if you actually ever had one, then you wouldn't care to show it to everybody. Because Kubrick's signature, I'm sure there's people out there in the world that could tell if it was a real one or not.
Yeah. So the unedited versions of the interview contain hints, like you said, that the Stanley Kubrick in the video was an actor named Tom. In a since deleted clip, the interviewer called his subject Tom and instructed him on how to tell the next part of his story. He said, you don't say he said anything. You say what he says, Tom. I'm giving you directions. You don't have to imitate him. You're not reporting it. You're repeating it. We're doing exposition here. That's how we're going to sneak this in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wouldn't trust that video now.
I wouldn't. I mean, I'm sorry, but like I said, the only way he could prove that this was real is the fact that he could come up with the NDA that he quote unquote supposedly, signed.
His widow even stated that he had never been interviewed by Murray and the whole story was made up and fraudulent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So that might have been a ploy for Murray to get, his little fame and fortune.
That's right. That's one of those people that wants their 15 minutes of fame, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've got the truth. You can't handle the truth.
That is right.
Yeah.
There is more evidence that we went to the moon than we didn't.
And we discussed all that with Constance.
Yes.
Thank you. There is a lot of evidence that we went. Again, there's evidence on one side where, like Jason was saying just a little bit ago, even all these other space agencies have seen, all the stuff up there that we've been. Constance even says here, there are thousands of pages of transcripts from the missions. Everything was recorded. So that would be a lot to have to fake, I guess.
Yeah.
That would require a Kubrick to write the script, I guess, for that, right?
Yeah.
Well, no. Retro Raggy, no. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Constance says they have pictures of UFOs and strange lights with the astronauts on the moon. Did they fabricate them?
See, and that right there. So, when it comes to the UFOs and all that stuff, this is why I say that I'm always on this line, because it's like some of the stuff that they say, like now, where they say they can't even get past the Van Allen radiation belt now, but we did it then somehow, but we've lost the technology. I don't know how you could do that. But then you have all the stuff with the UFOs and all that stuff. it's like, okay, I do believe that too, because I do believe that they saw these things, because there was that, what was it, 5 minutes or something of where it clicked over and they was talking to Mission Control. Yeah, constant. There was a press release, and if I'm not mistaken, it was like a year or so ago, and they're saying that they're wanting to put man back on the moon, but they supposedly lost the technology that they had then, which I don't understand it, but we can't get past the Van Allen radiation belt. Right.
They said they went through the Van Allen belt. 2 minutes that they clicked.
Was it 2 minutes that they clicked over? Yeah, I know that it was something. And then when they clicked over, that's when that secret message was, "Hey, we're not alone." Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Constance, it was actually NASA, because they did a press release saying that we're going back, and that we can't. Oh, Linux is on there too, and that we can't go past. We're trying to figure out how to go past Van Allen radiation belt. We can get the electronics and stuff. We understand how to shield them, but we don't understand how to shield the people to keep them safe to go through it. That was pretty much kind of what it was that they talked about. And that's what has kind of fueled the whole thing of, well, did we ever go then? Because how did we go the first time and get past it when we didn't have the technology we have today, but now we're trying to figure it back out again? And that's one of the things that keeps me on the fence, right? Is when you supposedly lose a technology, or you can't figure out how to do something that you could do when we didn't have half the technology we do today. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
She does make a good point about when she said there's more evidence, that we went than not. How
I believe that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If they faked that first one and they said, "Hey, we made it to the moon," she's saying, why did we go 6 more times?
Right. Why do we go 6 more times? And like she was saying too, we've got all the, like right there. Show that on the screen to everybody that she said that. Right there. Again, why do we have all the transcripts of everything going up? How would they fake that? So they would have to literally hire writers to write all that.
Yeah.
So I think that's another reason of why, a good reason for why we did go. Absolutely. Let's see. Constance, that is a fact too, because, for one reason, show that one too, Jason. Constance said, could it be that they are procrastinating because they know something or someone else was up there? That's a possibility, because we're more than sure that something was there. And I mean, when you know that something could be there and we can't be there, like in the same manner, then would that make you go, or were they there to say, okay, we see that you have made it here, tiny humans.
Don't come back.
But we own you.
Yeah. She's got another good point here I'm going to show.
Yeah.
About your big studio thing. They set up stages to practice being on the moon. They practice on stages and in the desert.
Yeah, I know that they practiced, because they tested the rovers and stuff like that in the desert to make sure that they would be able to go over certain terrains and things like that. And there's pictures of them without their helmets on. And that's another thing that people say, right? Is like, oh, well, we've got pictures of them sitting on the rover with no helmets on and stuff like that. Okay, come on now.
Mhm.
How dense do you have to be, right? This was definitely filmed here 100%, and there's no question about it, right? There's nothing that they can do about that. Well, and that's another thing too, though, Constance, that does bug me just a little bit, is that why does NASA need a soundstage? Because yes, you could go to the desert and film this stuff and all that other stuff, but why would you need the biggest soundstage in the world? You know, for what reason? Because there's no reason that you should be pretending to film any of this stuff. In my mind, we've got some people over here on Spreaker or on Podbean that are saying some stuff too. What are they saying, Jason?
He remembers, Big Chief remembers an astronaut say that they were not alone up there.
Yes. I got you, Constance. Show this one too for people that are on YouTube and stuff. I got you. You know, I could understand that one. Constance on this one, for everybody that's not on YouTube or on X or anything with us. She said something that does ring true to me. And she's saying that they recorded some material to cover up what was seen on the moon. So it was kind of like, you know, they didn't have the things that we do today where you could go in and, I mean, my cell phone has it where I could go in and literally click on objects and completely disappear them out of a photo and stuff like that. So they reshot some stuff so then they could kind of, you know, cut that out of the film and put new shit in. That makes sense to me. That was, yeah, that does make sense to me right there. You know what? I think Constance just kind of tipped me back over on the other side now. You see this? See, this is what I love about our show right here. This is it. Buzz Aldrin told a story that they were followed by a UFO all the way to the moon. Oh, right. Exactly.
Yeah, I've seen some of his interviews, and he's pretty genuine when he was, you know, doing them, and he did say some stuff that caught my attention about the moon.
Yeah.
The anomalies he witnessed.
Yeah. Dang it. I think we should have had Constance on for tonight. We should have had Constance come on. Let's see. In order to forward the dissertations written in Life magazine. Oh.
She's got a lot of evidence for the moon, David.
She does. Hey, Constance, put up the name of your book. I forgot what it was. It was
she's got a new one out, I think.
The moon something. Put this one out for us, because I want to make sure that we say it, so then we could give you credit for this too. She has an excellent book out, everybody. And I'm telling you, it's an excellent book. And it goes through, and she's done a lot of research on why we went to the moon, or when we went to the moon, what all we saw there, some of the evidence of it, and things like that. And, you know, it is a very good book. Is some other people over there saying something on Podbean? The pictures of blue probes. I want to do a show. Oh, that's it. The Encyclopedia of Moon Mysteries. And what was the other one, Jason? Yeah. And the moon's galactic history and its extraterrestrial connection. Definitely look those books up. If this kind of stuff really fascinates you, those books will have your head spinning, because they're fantastic. I'll tell you right now. They're fantastic. And Constance was an excellent guest for sure. Thank you.
There's a guest on, or listener on Podbean that wanted to know if the book mentioned any of your books mention anything about Apollo 20?
I thought we talked about that during that show. She says she doesn't usually defend the moon missions. So Constance, what was it, Jason?
If she had something in her book that talked about the Apollo 20 mission.
Apollo 20 mission. Oh, she says yes. The second one talks about the Apollo 20 mission. So that's the
Yes, Big Chief. It does talk about. It references the Apollo 20 mission.
Yep. Go back up because I think
up.
that's because let's see what the name of that one was.
Moon's Galactic.
The Moon's Galactic History and Its Extraterrestrial Connection, that book. And it's Constance Victoria Briggs, if you want to look it up. Yeah. And they're excellent books. I will tell you, they are excellent books. And she says she's got a new one. Is that as far down as it goes?
Yeah.
Yeah, she says the Moon's Galactic History talks about Apollo 20.
I know I like the movie. That was Apollo 18, wasn't it?
18, yeah.
Yeah, where the little rocks turned into little crab-looking aliens.
I don't think I've watched that movie.
That's pretty good.
I don't think I've seen
They
that.
come from the dark side of the moon.
Yeah. Huh. I can't say that I've seen that movie by any means. Thank you, Constance, for coming on the chat room and helping us out. This is awesome.
It is.
Jackpot 44 says it's a good movie, Jason.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to watch it then. So it's called Apollo 18. Is that the name of the movie?
It's either 18 or the one they said they didn't do. It was scheduled, but they scrubbed it. But it actually went according to the movie.
Okay. Oh, Constance, you can come on anytime you want to. We love to have the conversation.
Oh yeah.
Someone on Podbean just said something, Jason. Oh, they're sharing the show. Thanks everybody for sharing the show. We definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, Apollo 20, the unofficial mission.
Apollo 20. Okay. I'm gonna have to watch that. I'm gonna have to watch Apollo 20, the unofficial mission. So it actually has like aliens and stuff on it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely gonna have to watch it now. I like aliens. Thanks, Constance, for coming on and
yes,
helping us out.
You.
That was awesome.
It was.
I'm glad you stumbled across this tonight. But and that right there shows you though, you have both sides. You have one side that says one thing, one side that says the other. But then when you have someone that's done a lot of research like Constance has.
Yeah.
And then you get to start weighing that evidence against the other. The other can start seeming a little weak.
Right.
And I like what she said earlier about the fact that, they had the soundstage to refilm some stuff to replace stuff that they don't want you to see. That makes some sense.
That's what Susan says too.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think, Susan. Absolutely. Jackpot 44 says that they believe it is Apollo 18.
I think that's the name of the movie.
Apollo 18. Okay. I'm definitely going to have to watch that movie then.
But I like Apollo 13 too, the movie. That's a good movie. Tom Hanks.
Oh, yes.
His gimbals got all messed up.
Yeah. My gimbals are messed up. That's funny.
All right. I believe we're going to take her out of here. What do you think?
It's only been an hour, hasn't it? Short show tonight. Hey, Constance, thank you for coming on. Thanks. I want to thank everybody for listening to the show tonight, and everybody on Podbean, everybody that's on Spreaker, everybody that's on Facebook or YouTube or X that's all listening to us. I want to thank everybody because, hey, y'all make the show fun, especially when we get to have this back and forth. And Constance, we need to get you back on the show again and do some more talking. Because that makes it fun. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll get Jason to email you sometime. Do we still have her email?
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't think why we wouldn't have her email, but yeah. So, oh, look at that. She says, sure. Woo! Look at this. Hey, everybody. We could have Constance back on again. Remember, we do have a new book that's coming out soon. Sometime here real soon, we are going to release the cover photo for the book. So it's going to be on our website, also on YouTube, X, all those places.
Yeah.
And this book is going to be one of our best books we put out so far. We've definitely put
so.
We've definitely put a lot into it.
Yeah.
A lot into it. And if anybody would like to help us out, we're trying to get as many people as we can to help us proofread it. We've already gone through the book how many times now? 3, 4 times?
We're on our second edit.
Second or third? Second edit.
There'll be one more. After me and you get done with the second one, we're going to send it out again to let
everybody
beta readers.
Yeah. So if Susan already says she will.
Yeah,
awesome.
I've got your email to send it to you.
But if anybody wants to, it's info@paranormal411.org. Again, that's info@paranormal411.org. If you'd like a beta version of the book so you could read through it, kind of help us out. Make sure that there's some we're going to try to get rid of most of the errors before we send it out again. But we're going to send it out after Jason and I go back through it again. We're going to send it back out and then have people start looking through it for us. And what we're hoping, now we can't, under good conscience, ask everybody to do this, but what we're hoping is that we're going to put it up for a 30-day pre-sale on Amazon. And what Amazon allows us to do is that anybody that was a beta reader can go ahead and go on when it goes for pre-sale, can go ahead and go on and put a review on for us. And so we would really love for anybody that would be a beta reader if they would do that for us when it goes up for pre-sale. And we'll make sure everybody knows that does our beta reading with us when it goes up for pre-sale. But again, if you're interested in that, that's info@paranormal411.org. And all you have to do is just put in there, hey, interested in beta read of book or just anything like that. And we'll definitely send that out to everybody that wants a copy. And so we want to thank everybody in advance for doing that, because that would be awesome. What did they say? Did they say something to us? Or?
I don't know.
Okay. But yeah, we want to thank everybody ahead of time for anybody that wants to help us beta read, because you're definitely helping us out.
Oh yeah.
Because, the writing of the book isn't as hard as making sure things are spelt right and have the right punctuations. That's a little bit different there. But yeah, we definitely would love all the help that we could get. Remember that you can find us on paranormal411.org. We're also on Paranormal 411 on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, or X. No. And Saturday night, 10 p.m., which is tonight, we're on WDJY-FM. You go to WDJYFM.com. If you live in the metro Atlanta area, you could go to 99.1 FM. Right, Jason?
Yep.
And we're also on Subspace Radio. And you can listen to us on all of your favorite podcast platforms.
Oh, yeah. And we will be...
Join us.
On May the 4th, we will be at the... What is it? Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Festival.
Yes, in Townsend, Tennessee. Definitely visit us, please. We're going to be live on the air.
Going to have a booth and be talking to some people.
Yeah, here pretty soon. I want to get us some studio speakers so we can plug in here.
Yep.
So while we're doing that, people out there could hear us.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're going to be there. And then we'll also be at the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Conference this year also, like we are every year. I think we've been for the last 5 years, right? 4 or 5 years. So definitely come and visit us. Say hi. You don't have to buy nothing. Just say hi.
Just say hi.
We love to talk because that's why we do this. That's one of the reasons we do this. But remember, if you want to be a beta tester for the book, it's info@paranormal411.org. And we would appreciate as many emails as we could get.
Oh, yeah. All right.
All right. Everybody have a good night.
We'll see you next week, hopefully.
I should be home next week. Yeah. So sorry, everybody. If we don't get to do this every week, it's my fault, not Jason's, because I'm a truck driver. Sometimes I just don't make it home.
Yeah, when he gets home at 4:00 on Saturday, we also don't do a lot of preparations. So it's hard to... I'm glad Victoria came on and helped us out.
Oh, she livened it up.
Yes.
She made it good.
Thank you again.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
All right. Everybody have a good night. Have a good weekend.
Stay curious.
Oh, yeah. Like it.
Welcome to Paranormal 411, coming to you from an undisclosed location deep within the Appalachian Mountains, with your hosts David Reagan and Jason Scott, bringing you the unknown. You're listening to Paranormal 411.